Hello students, welcome to the learning of chapter 9 of your class 8, that is app development. Dear students, in this chapter we are going to understand what is an app, what are the different types of apps, how we can download or install an app into our devices, and we will also see how we can build a simple app by using the app builder programs. So let us start the chapter. First of all, dear students, we should know that what is an app. App is an abbreviation for application. What is an application? Application is a software program which enable you to do some job into your computer, mobile phones or tablets. Until unless there is an application into your device, you cannot do any task, you cannot do any activity into your electronic device. So an application is a software designed to do a specific job. Likewise, in your computer system, when you want to create a document, you need an application like MS Word for that work. If you want to make some drawings, for that you required an application, that is MS Paint. In the same way, for listening musics and watching movies, there are several apps for that particular job. An app enables you to do something specific, like you can paint, draw, read maps and barcodes, take photographs, play games, watch and edit videos, and host other activities, but within the technical limitations of your device. Yes, for doing any certain activity on your mobile or your computer, your electronic device, that is your mobile or your computer, should be capable to do that job. It must have a good hardware configuration to make that particular application work properly. So apps, the concept is very simple. Apps are nothing but simple software programs which enables us to do some specific job. Types of apps. The apps are categorized into three categories, that is desktop apps, web apps, mobile apps. The applications which you use onto your computer system or laptop are known as desktop apps. For example, Microsoft Office, VLC Media Player, Photoshop, etc. Web apps are the apps which requires an internet connection to work. As you can see, the term web is there, so web is always referred to internet. These applications are stored onto the internet servers, not on your mobile or computers. So for running these apps, you must have an internet connection. Web applications require minimum device memory as the application lies onto the remote server. These applications can be utilized at whatever point needed from any device through the internet. For example, Google Maps, Instant Messenger, etc. Mobile apps are those apps which are installed into your mobile phones or tablets. Mobile apps have responsive web designs to adapt to the much smaller screen sizes and orientation of the mobile devices. These apps are usually smaller in size as mobile devices have limited memory. Some mobile apps may come preloaded on cell phones or tablets. So the apps which you are using onto your mobile phones, that are mobile apps. They do not consume a big amount of memory of your device, because they are designed in the manner so that they can occupy less space into your device memory. Keeping in view the device independence feature, software companies nowadays make diverse versions of the applications to be used as desktop apps, web apps, or mobile apps. Dear students, the software development companies who developed certain softwares, nowadays they are making the softwares to run properly on computers as well as mobile phones. So let us see some software categories and their availability as desktop apps, web apps, and mobile apps. So in this category, the first software is the photo editing software. As you have read in the earlier chapter about Photoshop, that is a desktop app. You can use it on your computer system, as well as if you want to work on photographs on your mobile phones, so you can use softwares like Pixlr, Magica. There are various softwares which you can use on your mobile phones. And on the desktop. Facebook, the social networking site, the social networking software. This software is not available on the desktop version, but you can use it on your web browser as well as on your mobile phone, because Facebook was initially began as a website. Further, its app is also available and you can install it into your mobile phone to use the same process. But if you want to use it on desktop as an application, so there is no application for Facebook. Office applications are also there. MS Office you can use on your computer. If you want to do the office activities on with the help of internet, so you can use Google Docs. As well as if you want to do the office activities on your mobile phone, you can use Kingsoft, Polaris, WPS Office, etc. Games like Solitaire and Minesweeper are available on all Windows-based computers. There are games which you can play online, and there are various apps of certain games which you can install on your mobile phones and play freely. Media player softwares like VLC Media Player, Windows Media Player is available for desktop. For the browsers, many sites offer their services which allow you to play music, videos, listen to the radio, and even watch TV while online. In the same way, on the mobile phones, players are available to make you able to see movies and listening musics. Maps. Google Maps can be downloaded on the desktop computer. However, this app will only function when internet access is available. So for the mapping activity, you can use Google Maps, but you require an internet connection to use this application. For mobile application, Google Map is there. You can use it into your mobile phone for your map activities. Now, mobile apps are also further classified into two categories: native apps, hybrid apps. Native apps are those apps which are specially designed for any particular operating system. There are various operating systems for mobile phones like Android, iOS, BlackBerry, etc. So, a particular application which is designed to run on Android phone, so that particular application will be known as a native app, because that particular app will run only on the Android phone. In the same way, if an app is built for iOS operating system, so that particular app will be known as native app. That particular app cannot be run on Android or BlackBerry operating system. So, mobile apps are usually developed for a specific operating system and device. This is because each device may have different specifications like GPS, dual SIMs or camera, memory, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi or NFC. Apps that are developed keeping the device specification in mind are known as native app. What is an hybrid app? A hybrid app contains the features of both web apps and native apps. These apps can be downloaded from the Play Store or App Store and installed onto the device. These apps requires the device to be connected to the internet. Hybrid apps can be stored partly on the local device and partly onto the remote server. Some hybrid applications operated offline also by using cached pages. However, they have limited functionality offline. For example, WhatsApp. So for using WhatsApp, you must have an internet connection. So that is the feature of a web app, and WhatsApp is designed for Android operating system. So that is the feature of native apps. So if an app is a combination of both web apps and native apps, then it will be known as hybrid apps. Let us see some common apps used in the daily life for different activities. Educational apps. The apps which you use for educational activities, for educational lectures and assignments, that apps are known as educational apps. For example, Google Classroom, Kahoot, etc. Social networking apps. The apps which provide the facility of social networking are social networking apps. For example, the Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. The apps which we use for banking or finance activities are called banking and finance apps. Every bank in today's era have built up their apps for the ease of banking activities. You can check balance of your bank account, you can transfer money. Also, you can have an FD feature in these apps. With the Indian government encouraging the use of cashless transaction, digital wallet apps like Paytm, Pockets, Buddy from SBI, and many more similar apps allows user to make quick and easy monetary transactions. Money control. This app is related to trading, related to stock markets. Using this app, you can purchase or sell your stocks. You can also monitor your stocks. All the features related to stock trading are available in these apps. e-commerce. The apps which provide you the facility of selling or purchasing goods are called e-commerce apps, like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeals, Myntra. All these apps are e-commerce apps. Now let us know how you can download or install an app from the Google Play Store. Google Play Store is a library where various apps are stored for downloading. So if you want to install or download any particular app, so you need to go to the Play Store, search your app there and just click on it. It will show you the install button. Also it will show you the reviews of the people who have already installed that particular app. So click on the install button. That particular app will be installed into your mobile phone. Developing your own app. Yes, my dear students, you can develop your own app, a simple app, by using some free app builder programs. They provide you a SDK, software development kit, with the help of which you can develop your own app. But it is important to know that creating a full-fledged app, you need to learn some other things, like you need to know the HTML programming, CSS, XML, JavaScript, because all these are required to create an app. Several IDEs, integrated development environment, are available, which greatly simplify the process of Android app development. So the programs you can use to develop your own app are Android Studio, Eclipse. Android Studio or Eclipse is used for developing apps easily. An Android app can be developed using web-based app development software. Some of the websites which offer their app builders are AppsBar, AppyPie, Appyet, AppMaker, etc. So for creating your own app, you must need to install a SDK into your mobile phone, or you can also use these websites which provides a software development kit to create your app. Let us have a look how we can develop a simple app using our mobile phones. So for that we require a SDK. So first of all, go to Play Store and type there free app builder. It will show you the list of free app builder programs which will help you to create your own app. In this chapter, the author has used the AppyPie to make a simple app based on a quiz. AppyPie is a web-based app maker providing various facilities to quickly making your own app. In addition to the basic pages and informations for a simple app, AppyPie allows you to add pages, forms, social media links, login pages, and much more. So in this app, you will have facility to make pages accordingly your wishes. You can add forms and social media links as well as the login pages into your app. So let's know how we can build a simple app. First of all, in your browser type appypie.com. The page will open and then click Get Started button. Give an appropriate name for your app, for example quiz, and then click on the Next button. Now select a category from the options given below, for example education. To view more categories, you can click on View More button. After then, choose a suitable design for your app from the various unlisted options. During designing of the app, you can see the preview, how it will look after completion. You can add pages as well as you can delete pages from your app. Under the Suggested tab. Under the content section on the quiz page, click on Add Question. Now when you will click on Add Question button, this dialog box will appear. From this window, you can add or edit your questions. As well as if your question is having multiple options, so you can click on Add Answer button to add more options for your question. Whichever option is correct, buttons are here to set the correct option. So for that particular option, click on the Correct Answer button. After doing all these activities, click on the Save button. You can go to the quiz setting icon to control other settings related to your quiz, like minimum passing score, time limit for the questions, etc. You can also click on Random Questions, so the questions will be shuffled and they will appear randomly. Now continue the process by clicking on the Save and Continue button. You now have to log in or sign up if you have not done so far. So first you have to sign up. Next step requires you to choose the plan for your app. So you can use Start Free Plan Now button. A congratulations window will be displayed. After then, now click on the Welcome tab, which is displayed on the extreme top right corner of the window. Select My Apps and then Editor option. Select the Design Customization tab. When you will click on this tab, various logos will be appear. You can choose a particular logo for your application. Later on, click on the Choose Background Thumbnail and choose any screen of your choice. After then, click on the Save and Continue tab when you done it. Now you can now proceed to build your app. Click on the Continue to My Apps tab. You can click on Test App icon to test your app whether it is working properly or not. You will get this button under the My Apps section. Your app starts getting built. A message appears as shown in figure 9.16. This is the message. It may take a few minutes for the app to get ready for the download. When it will complete, the AppyPie will send you an email which will have a download link. After clicking on this particular link, you can download your app into your device. Download your application by clicking on the given link or by scanning the QR code. Any of the process you can use. Now select any one of the three options shown in figure 9.18. After downloading, it will show you these three options: Android, Apple, BlackBerry. So whatever platform you want for your application, you can choose it from here. Now when AppyPie will mail you a download link, how will you install that app onto your mobile? The simple way to install your app is to send the app to your email ID. Click on the email icon as shown in figure 9.17. You have to click on the email icon. Here email icon will be displayed. Enter your email ID and click on the send button. You will get a mail on your email ID from AppyPie. Open the mail on your mobile phone and click on the given link. You will get the instructions for downloading and installing the app. Click on the launch button. This button will download the app on your device. When the download gets completed, tap the install button to install the app on your device. Now you are ready to use it. You can open it and use it now. So this is how you can build a simple app by using the AppyPie site. So I hope students you have got a good concept of apps, its types and development. If any query is there, if any problem is there, you can send your queries into the WhatsApp group of your class. I will try to overcome your problem as soon as possible. Read the chapter carefully and prepare well for your examinations. Do the exercises, question answers, and get good grades into the computer subject. Till then, thank you students.